Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. We are locked and loaded for our final A feature of the night, the 305 Race Saver A main event. And your lineup looks like this. On a point, that is George Tristo Jr. In the 23, T2 is outside from Kerman, California. The number 2, it's Davey Pombo. Inside of row number 2, the 36B, that is Kevin Barnes Sr. from Fresno, California. 2 is outside, the 81A of Jeremy Alves. Inside of row number 3, that is Lance Jackson from Kingsburg, California, driving the 18 machine. And he was outside from Nuevo, California. It's the 71 of Andrew Martin. Inside of row number 4, that is the 2W, the young gun, 14-year-old driver out of Fresno, California. That is Andrew Williams, and 2 is outside from Visalia, the 7C of Evan Dixon. In row number 3, all by his lonesome, that is Anthony Pombo, coming for redemption in the 2 machine as we come to the green flag off of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Pombo with the advantage over Tristo off of turn number 2. Pombo looks like he wants to number 2 spot. Sitting third is Aaron House, Kevin Barnes, and Evan Dixon rounds out the top 5. Pombo around. Tristo still in the number 2 spot. Allison P3. Barnes and the 7 machine of Evan Dixon. Dixon's a little bit free off of turn number 2. No harm, no foul. Perfect racing surface here at Santa Maria Speedway. Pombo out front. Davey Pombo got the full rebuild on brother Anthony's number 3 machine. He's out front and pull away from the field. He's got a 1.9 second advantage over George Tristo. Tristo still sitting P2. Barnes still third, and Dixon and a little bit sideways, or like a little bit free in the 7 machine. Right down that back straight, turns to 4 now, lap traffic becoming a factor in make number 3. That's Anthony Pombo. Down the infield, looks like he's going to call it a night. Anthony Pombo down on the inside, he's seen enough. He's seen enough here at the biggest field to make the Santa Maria Speedway. As caution flag is in the air. So we are being reported there is debris on the racing surface. So it looks like the officials making their way to the appropriate places. Looks like it may be here in turn number 4. You can see right there in the official's hand, looks like that is a Nerf bar. So Nerf bar off one of these hot rods. Jarred loose, and looks like the lineup is good. 14 laps remain. It's been all Davey Pombo since the drop of the green flag. George Tristo still at the number 2 spot. Jeremy Alves, Kevin Barnes Sr., and Evan Dixon rounding out that top 5. Cars down that back straightaway. Lights are out. We're going green flag racing. This time off a turn at number 4. Nice, tight formation. Coming to the green flag. Davey Pombo, George Tristo Jr., Jeremy Alves, Kevin Barnes, and Evan Dixon, your top 5. Off of turn number 2, down that back straightaway. Pombo has that healthy lead over Tristo in turns 3 and 4. Still leads in that car. Caution flag will fly. We got one around over here in turns 3 and 4. That is the 71 machine. That is Andrew Martin from Nuevo, California, one of our 14-year-old drivers. Gets it wrong. Spins it a little bit sideways, bringing out the caution here on lap number 7. Seven laps down, 13 laps remain. Davey Pombo, George Tristo Jr., Jeremy Alves, Kevin Barnes, Evan Dixon, your top 5. Then you pick up the 2 machine of Andrew Williams from Fresno, California, and Lance Jackson in the 18. So another 14-year-old driver. That is the number 2 of Andrew Williams, battling the fuel pump issues. You heard him. That was the problem for him. Fuel pump was not bolted up all the way. Could not believe that answer I got from that young man. So it looks like the 71 is going to be able to continue with Andrew Martin from Nuevo, California. Fun fact, his brother was the young man that picked up the bike here tonight, courtesy of Toyota of Santa Maria, our junior fan of the night here at Santa Maria Speedway. I believe Austin Martin was his name. 9-year-old young man. They hail from Nuevo, California, rooting on that 71 machine, his brother Andrew Martin. Lights are out, we're going green flag racing, this time off of turn at number 4. Once again, it is Pombo out front. Started outside front row. Has not left his spot at the top of the mountain. Can he hold off the rest of the field? 13 laps to go, a lot of racing remaining here on opening night here at Santa Maria Speedway. Green flags in the air. Pombo leads him down that straightaway. Tristo in the number 2 spot. Alves in P3 and Barnes in number 4 spot. Ripping it up high. 7 machine. Evan Dixon. Dixon now following the clutches of the 2W of Andrew Williams. Halfway there next time by. Almost out front in the number 1 spot. Leads it down that back straight into turns 3 and 4. Ripping it right down that front straight, right in your living room. John Candy Live. Check out the 305 IMCA Race Savers here at Santa Maria Speedway opening night. 10 to go. Make it 9 for your leader. Pombo now about straightaway away from getting into lap traffic. Right now he is running down the 71 machine of Andrew Martin putting down. No contest as of right now in your top 3. Martin down the right box, side up, Pombo ripping the lip off turn 2 down that back straightaway. Tristo in the number 2 spot, third right there is Alves. Jeremy Alves trying to run down the hook to the number 2 spot. Here comes your leader in the lap traffic. Slider serve in turns 1 and 2. Pombo will get a turn, getting off of 2 down back straightaway to 3 and 4. Pombo ripping the lip here in turns 3 and 4. Off the 4 down that front straightaway, 16 at the line. Lance Jackson next on the list for your leader. Tristo having troubles getting by the 71 machine of Andrew Martin. Tristo slider serve, trying to bring Jeremy Alves with him now. Alves not able to clear the 71 machine. Pombo still out, fighting the 2 down that back straightaway. Pombo off of 2, running down Lance Jackson, trying to put him on the lap. Down to the seat going in turns 1 and 2. Knowing that rear rotor on the 18 machine from Lance Jackson. Jackson, he's still in the contest as well as the 2W machine with Andrew Williams. Williams and Jackson side by side right in front of your leader. Now getting by is Pombo, getting around Williams. Caution flag will fly. We got one around off of turn number 4. Caution in 4. Andrew Martin getting it wrong with 3 to go for Davey Pombo. So Kevin Barnes Sr. sitting there in the number 5 position. That is the 71 of Andrew Martin. Facing the wrong way. So 2-spin rule in effect here. So that will be all for the 71 of Andrew Martin from Nuevo, California. So the 2-spin rule, this is how it works. If you spin out once, you go to the tail of the field. You spin out twice and bring out the caution for a second time, then your night is done. So he'll be pushed down to the infield. As we put him in the correct starting order. Davey Pombo still out front, leading every single lap so far. 17 laps in 3 laps remaining. George Tristo Jr. sitting in the number 2 spot. Jeremy Alves, Evan Dixon, Kevin Barnes, your top 5. Just getting the cars and the quick starting line. Got 71 down in the infield and Andrew Martin. So now Anthony Pombo has a visitor, the 71 Andrew Martin, and now we have 7 cars remaining. 3 final revolutions around the Santa Maria Speedway on opening night. It's been a fantastic night of racing action. Open wheel opener here at the Santa Maria Speedway. California Lightning Sprints 305. IMCA Race Savers and the Dwarf Cars and the WRA to join the program. Hope you race fans have enjoyed opening night here at the Santa Maria Speedway. We'll be back in 3 weeks. Oh, and make sure, ladies and gentlemen, how did I forget this and not mention it all night long? Did you look down there and see those wonderful fire pits down there in the fan experience zone right there? You see those fire pits? They will be open and available after the races. We do have a beer and wine booth down there, so you're more than welcome to come down and join and meet the racers, meet the drivers. You can come down and meet all the racers and drivers after all the cars are off the track. We open up the pits, and you're able to go down there and meet your favorite driver, get your autographs, and enjoy a nice beer and wine beverage over there in the fan experience area right there behind off of turn number 4. Lights are out. We've got 3 laps remaining. Let's kick off the final feature of the night in a 3-lap shootout. Davey Pombo, George Tristo, Jeremy Alves coming to the line off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. Pombo with a great restart down that back straight with 3-car advantage over Tristo. Tristo, 2 to go. Number 2 spot, here comes Cox in the 7X machine, making Evan Dixon. Dixon trying to make a move on the 81 of Alves to get up into the top 3. Off a turn number 4. White flag is one more time around. Combo. Silky smooth gets a little bit tight right there in the middle. Turn number 2. No harm, no foul. Still almost a straightaway lead down the back straight for the final time. Coming off a turn number 4. Your winner, Combo. Tristow comes home in the number 2 slot. Jeremy Alves third. Evan Dixon. Andrew Williams rounds out your top 5. Look at Kevin Barnes Sr. right at the end. He finishes in the number 5 spot. Safety equipment coming off. He's got crew down here. Flawless 20 laps indeed for Davey Pombo. Quick change, liquid energy, belts are off. He can hear you now. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, the winner tonight for the 305 Sprint Cars, Davey Pombo. Davey, you guys worked hard all night long as a team together, but this car's been bad fast all night, and you've qualified well, and you pick up the victory here tonight. It's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it does feel good. I didn't have much time to work on it in between the heats and the main because I was helping my brother, but the car was good all night. The front wing fell down. The car got kind of tight at the end. I didn't know where George was. He's usually the one up front, so it's nice to finish in front of him for once.
Yeah, man, this thing was on rails there in the feature. You had George over there for by about 3 cars for about the entirety of that race, but did you think with 3 to go he's going to maybe pull a slider or something there towards the end?
You never know. It's racing. You know, you're always waiting for it, but I felt like I was getting pretty good starts when we were coming for the green, so I don't know if he would have been close enough to slide me going into 1 on the restart.
Yeah, the car was good, leaving good. Who do you got to thank to put you in victory lane here tonight?
First and foremost, my family. I don't have too many sponsors. I have M&L Plumbing, Brad Downing Performance Engines. He's the one that builds the motors, makes the horsepower, and DA Gragnano Farms, and yeah, that's about it.
There it is right there. Race fans, give it up one more time. Oh.
And I'd also like to thank Quick Change Energy, HD Tie, American Racer, I got 3 American racers on here. I'd have 4 if they'd let me. But, yeah, I'd like to thank all them.
There it is right there. There's Davey Pombo, your 305 sprint car winner. George Tristo, come home in the number 2 spot. Man, this car over here was just a little too strong.
Yeah, he ran a flawless race. Hats off to him. He ran his butt off on that one because I tried everything I could, and I just couldn't catch him.
So do you think it was a chassis adjustment, maybe a line adjustment, or just wasn't there tonight?
I don't know if we could say clean air. Clean air is everything when it comes to this motorsports, and he was set up perfect. He ran a perfect 25 or 20 laps. I'm sorry, we got cut down a little bit. He ran perfect 20 laps, and it was hard to keep up with him.
And final time, who do you got to thank on this 23T machine? It's beautiful and a great-looking piece.
Yeah, let's thank PRW Steel Supply, Bo Smith, Single Point Outsourcing, Quick Change Energy, American Racer, and HD Tie.
There it is right there. There's George Tristo coming home in the number 2 spot. And Alves, man, this thing was right there. You were getting pretty close to having a battle right there with Tristo at the end.
Yeah, I just think we were getting a little hot on the motor and didn't have quite the speed these 2 guys had. They were on rails all night. So make a few adjustments, and we'll be right there.
So what do you have looking forward in your schedule? What do you guys have coming up next?
We'll be at Tulare here in a couple weeks, and hopefully some 360 races later this year.
There it is right there. Keep your eyes peeled for 360 action for Alves. And Evan Dixon, man, we had a little bit of talk earlier on this before this race. Do you think this kind of got a little rebound for you? The way it kind of started okay, not okay in the middle, but top 4 finish?
Yeah, I'll take it. Felt really good there. Motor just wasn't really running all race, so restarts killed me. And then if I had to go run the bottom or anything, everything I gained, I lost. So. But we got a couple things to work on myself. We'll get it running a little better, work on the brakes a little bit, and I think we have the speed. Just gotta put the whole night together, and I think it can come. I just like to thank Clarence again for letting me run this thing. It was a blast. I mean, I've never ran a sprint car in my life, and I had a ton of fun. So I can't thank him enough, and I can't wait to do it again.
There it is right there. There's Evan Dixon rounding out your podium for the 305 sprint cars here tonight. Opening night at the Santa Maria Speedway. On behalf of myself, John Candy, Chad Weber, and the entire crew at Santa Maria Speedway, we thank you. We'll see you the next time right here at the Santa Maria Speedway.
The My Race Pass app is your motorsports headquarters on race night. With over 800 organizations across multiple forms of motorsports, you'll always have the information you need in the palm of your hand. Race day information with official entries, lineups, live timing and drag racing timing slips, official results, point standings, announcer audio, fantasy racing, and so much more. Don't be left in the dark on race night. Download the My Race Pass app today in Google Play and the App Store. My Race Pass, the ultimate racing resource.